All right, what is good, y'all? A new YouTube video. I kind of just want to yap about kind of psychology, and you guys see the title, Quit Gambling and Start Trading. I just want to go on a whole spiel, talking to you guys, and talk about some bad habits that I used to have when I was in that break-even stage, and now the habits I'm doing now that has helped me start making money consistently in the market. So, the title, Quit Gambling and Start Trading, bro. Oh my gosh, okay, so let me just talk about this break-even stage and why I was kind of gambling, right? So first off, I was going into every single market open, like already fearful, and I was like, all right, bro, there's always like a chance I can lose, and I was not going into any single day confident in my system. I was just gonna be like, okay, if this trade shows, I'll be like, oh, maybe this, maybe that, maybe I'll take a trade, and like, I was just so uncertain in my own system. I was doubting my own system. I was going into the day fearful, and bro, like that is the worst thing you can do, because an A+ trade would show and I would not take that trade, and then I'd just second guess myself. So like I said, I kind of want to compare my old habits to my new habits. So now I go into the markets every single day with the utmost confidence in my system, because I know my system works, and there's no reason to go into the markets fearful, like not knowing that, or just like always with the opportunity of, oh, like this could happen, this could happen. Not really, bro. There's like, you put in an input and you get an output, right? I know the system that gets me paid. So if I execute on the trades that I know are extremely high probable, then I will most likely have a green month or a green, like whatever, right? I know my system plays out on when I take X trades. So like with that gives me the confidence of knowing that I know what I'm doing and I'm not going into the market fearful at all. Because what I used to do, go into the market stressed, fearful, and just kind of with like the gambling mindset of, all right, like with so many opportunities, like I didn't have a system in place. I did not have a system in place compared to now, where I obviously have a system where I know what to execute on. And I think that's the biggest thing. So I really just want to get on here and talk about, if you do not have like a system or a set of rules that you know you need to execute on in order for you to have a winning system in trading, because that is really what you strive to have, right? Like bro, the trader that has a system down to a T that he knows he can execute on and will provide him results over an extended period of time will always outdo the trader that just goes into the day kind of like my old self, just saying like, oh, there's so many opportunities for this. Like the person with the solidified system will always run laps around the person who doesn't, because I feel like if you do not have a system in trading, you are gambling. You are a gambler. You are not trading. You are not looking to make money in the markets whatsoever. You're simply not. Like, I'll tell you that, bro. Especially on prop firms. You are probably buying a fucking funded account, full porting a mid-trade, or just taking mid-trades and then just coping. Once it doesn't play out, you're like, oh, you know, I'll get the next one that probabilities play out, like, yeah, I'll always lose trades. Like, yeah, I always lose trades. It's part of the system. Which is true, but bro, that is such a cope. That is such a cope. You are going into the day not with the system, not knowing the exact input you need to put in to have a profitable and winning system. You don't have that, so that you're literally gambling, bro. So my biggest tips is, well, like again, I trade pretty discretionally, so let me just go over kind of my mindset I have going into the market open, right? So if you trade a continuation model, this will probably help you a lot. But these are the things that run through my head every single market open. And so I don't have rules. I trade really discretionally. It's not like, okay, I need a 5-minute gap tap, 1-minute inverse. That's not how I do it. I trade really discretionally. So instead of setting myself rules, I set myself, I would say, conditions, right? So what are my conditions? This is just how I go about it, and this is how I think. So I tell myself, okay, I need an extremely strong draw on liquidity. Because for me, like if you're taking a trade without a strong draw on liquidity, that's like shooting a jump shot blindfolded. It's automatically going to be way less probable. So the number one thing for me is strong draw on liquidity. So that is my first condition. I need to have a strong draw on liquidity. And I trade a continuation. So the second condition is we need to be trending. Higher time frames ideally are pretty clear. We are moving in a direction. And then, of course, since I trade on lower time frames, 5 and 1 minute, then the lower time frame needs to be trending as well. So strong draw on liquidity and price needs to be trending and displacing towards that draw on liquidity with volume. I trade a continuation model, and that is when it is most probable because I have a system, right? So strong draw, trending price with volume to that area. Now, and then the third condition is price needs to retrace. I need a retracement in price because I'm never gonna top blast a trade, bro, because there's always the opportunity of I literally top tick my long position, and it's just something you never want to do. So my third condition is I need to wait for a retracement in price. And again, I trade really discretionally. So my fourth condition is just, it's like, I don't really have a set based entry model. Like I don't enter off a 1 minute inverse out of a 5 minute gap. I don't do that. It is really discretionally, and I pretty much trade off displacing candles and me just judging it with my eyes to see if that's a high probable trade, which obviously over time you get better and better and better at that, which is just discretion in trading, right? So that's how I go into every single day. I set myself conditions, right? And that is a system. You need a system in order to trade to a high level. You like you cannot go into every single day just like like without a system in trading, you are going into the day blindfolded. You are just like, all right, bro, fuck it. Let me just bro, that's like you guys know the memes. Yeah, let me just huck one from half court. That is what you're doing when you don't have a set like model or just things to go off every single day like a robot. If you do not do that, you are hucking courts from you're hucking shots from half court, and it's like you will never see long-term success. So those are the things I do going into every single trading day. I give myself conditions, right? And with these conditions, after they play out, I know every single trade I take is much, much, much more probable than if I didn't have this system in place. So yeah, I set myself these conditions, which sets me a base boundary of, okay, I know I need to do this. These are the inputs I am putting in, and I need to execute on the high probable trades when these things show up. So that is what I do, and that is what I would recommend if you feel like you are lost, feel like you are gambling and trading. Again, the title, stop gambling, start trading. That is what you need to do. You need to get a system in place. And again, it gets easier over time, like when you just gain discretion within your model. But another thing is, just stick to one thing for an extended period of time, and it's really the same thing with everything, right? I feel like this will get closer to like actually trading than gambling, because it's the same thing as everything, right? You play basketball for 2 years every single day, you're gonna get really fucking good at it. You trade the same exact model, looking for the same exact entry with the same exact conditions you set, right? You're gonna get really, really good at noticing what trades are good, what trades are bad, and you just gain this sense of discretion where you're able to recognize the unprobable trades, right? So this is when you really start trading and stop gambling. And this is what I did, right? I stuck to the same model for I never changed once. I learned a model, like I got a mentor like 5 months into trading. I learned that system, I learned the model, and I stuck to it, and I never stopped. And that is it, bro. That is it. So many of you guys just sees people top and bottom ticking on social media, and you're like, oh my gosh, what am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? Like it actually makes me cringe. It generally makes me cringe because it is so simple as sticking to one thing for an extended period of time, and that is it, bro. If you stick to one thing and focus on getting better and better and better and at crafting your system that you built for yourself, right? Because I have these conditions. I look for the same trade every single day, and I will get so fucking good at it over time. Why? Because I didn't switch models or switch anything, right? So please, just please stick to what you are doing right now. Never switch up. It will just hurt your trading. I promise you, it is never worth it, bro, because you're gonna look into this new thing, try a new entry model, and then 2 months later, you're gonna be like, oh, why did Why did I not just stick with the same old thing? Because if I stuck with the same thing, I would be so much farther, right? So that is what I identify as gambling, bro. Switching models, hoping, like getting shiny object system. Oh, I think I can catch this 1-8RR trade. Gang, you cannot, bro. You are not that guy, I promise you, bro. You are gambling if you are just switching. That is gambling, that is not trading. If you go into trading days without a set conditions, a set system, that is gambling. That is not trading. And like I said at the beginning of the video, I used to go into the day kind of fearful and I didn't have a system in place. I was just taking trades. I was trading pretty mechanically. And yeah, also, I want to go into this. So like I said, I was trading pretty mechanically, and I think like everyone trades their own system, but if you trade similar to me, which is a continuation that is pretty discretional, I think mechanical trading can be a awful thing for a lot of people, because what I used to do, I used to take literally any 5-minute gap tap, 1-minute inverse, and this would absolutely ruin my psychology. So like again, bro, like mechanical trading is just, in my opinion, it is extremely cooked, extremely cooked. But these are just some things that I want to talk about that really helped me, right? Again, like please guys, get a system in place that you understand and you know that if you do it for an X period of time, you will get really fucking good at it. That is all trading is. That is generally all trading is. Sticking to something for a long period of time. And you just gain discretion, you get good. And that is when you start trading and stop gambling. So I just yapped for you guys. 11-minute video, but I do want to start doing these videos a bit more frequently. Start pushing maybe 2 to 3 a week. Now that I am about to complete my 0 to 50K challenge. If you guys have not tuned into that, I literally documented my entire journey from being dead broke to sub $1,000 in my bank to making my first $50,000, and I'm about to complete that. I've been documenting that. So if you have not checked that out, go check it out. But please guys, like I kid you not, it makes me cringe, right? Because I'm in Discords where people trade the same way, and I see like, okay, this is a perfect example. So right, last Friday we were absolutely dumping in price, and myself, I locked out of my accounts when we tapped into this untapped 4-hour gap, and we are now trading in a huge bullish gap. Because I know if I were to take a trade, that would be against my system. Why? Because we do not have a strong draw on liquidity. And then I see other people in this trading Discord just taking trades out of the fucking blue, like they have no business or have no idea what they've been doing for the past 6 months. Like there was this one trade, we dumped 200 points, and keep in mind, everyone trading is the same model. It is the same continuation model I trade pretty much. We dump 200 points, and this person sees a 1-minute inverse and like takes it long. Obviously, that is not within the system. That is not like those do not play into the conditions. Those do not play into probabilities. And every single time you do shit that does not align with it, you are just setting yourself back so much. It will like just like your confidence will go through like to the floor, because you're just like, bro, like if you have a system in place, okay, you need a system in place, and then once you have the system in place, just like, bro, like going against what you know is right is literally like just saying and telling yourself, okay, yeah, I'm gonna delay my journey for months because I do not have the simple discipline to stick to the same thing and take the same amount of trades with the same conditions over an extended period of time. Like, bro, like that's just like, okay, so imagine myself was over my shoulder and I'm like telling myself, you know, bro, if you take that trade, you're just gonna set yourself back. You're probably gonna lose this trade because you know it is not like within you it is not within what you know you need to do. And if you take this trade, it will set you back. But everyone still decides to take the trade, and it loses the trade, confidence goes down, and everything just spirals. So like every single time you work away from the exact conditions, like I said, give yourself conditions, and every single time you do not take a trade that does not align with it, like you are gambling, you are not trading. So please guys, it is as simple as that. I know it sounds so stupid, but please, like, you are not taking trading seriously. Like, if you were to tell me, or if I were to look at you, so like, let's say I'm coaching you, and I give you the exact step-by-step plan that works for me, my system that works, and then I go and see you go take a trade that obviously is not part of that winning system. That's pretty much telling me that you do not care about trading, you do not care about your success, you do not care about your life. Well, not your life, but whatever. But like, you do not care, and you generally do not want to, like, you do not want to see this shit work. Every single time you do something that you know you should not be doing, you are gambling and you are telling yourself, I actually do not want this shit as bad as I do. Because when I was in this break-even stage, I would keep doing these things that went against my rules, went against what I know is right, and I kept coping. I was like, you know, it's all gonna work out over time. Like, I'm gonna make this shit work. Just give it time, bro. And obviously, like, I am where I am now, but that's not because just time played out. It's because I actually started to make a change and actually put a focus and an effort into staying to the same exact thing and sticking to the same system. We're putting the inputs in every single day, which I knew gave me results. So when you don't do that, you are just hurting yourself, and I cringe when I see someone just make the same mistake over and over and over again, because you will stay in the same exact loop for such a long time. For such a long time, you will stay in the same place. I promise you, bro. I have seen people, I know people IRL who have been trading for years and lost a countless amount of money because they keep coping and they keep making the same mistakes. So please, guys, do not be a gambler. Be a trader. Please be a trader. Establish a system and get better and better and better at that system by just sticking to it and sticking to what you know is right. And obviously, like, at first, you probably will take losses, but it is the people that take those losses, take them into account, realize what they're doing wrong, and learn from it and never do it again. And if you keep making the same mistakes, you take a loss, don't learn from it, you are a gambler. You are not a trader. So, with that being said, 17 minutes now, ultra yap video, but yeah, stop being a freaking gambler and actually start trading with a system. So, that being said, subscribe, because I'm going to be posting more and more of these videos. So if you like this one, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.